Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another reaction. Today we have Prayer by Mutyumu. I don't know what Mutyumu is. I don't know if they're a band or a producer, but Thrasian really wanted me to get to this song. It's like 10.5 minutes long. The runtime makes me feel like it's an EDM producer because I've seen plenty of EDM producers make songs that long, but I've also seen like metal musicians or like symphonic musicians make stuff that long too, so it really could be anything. I suppose I won't know if I don't listen though, so without further ado and no extra information, let's go! Okay. The jury's still out on the genre. Very odd chord choices. I don't think that'd be an EDM start to a song. Maybe. Could be like a cold opening. Beautiful reverb in the mix for the voice. It's very haunting. I'm starting to feel like it might be like symphonic metal or something. They love to do that. But there's just, it's such a long intro. So I still don't know. Oh! Getting like a Midwest emo intro. Ooh, that bend in the vocal there. Okay. Just slightly detuned. You know, like the voice singing slightly off pitch. It's really cool. Piano. We're getting more information musically. I guess it still really could be anything. But with this much guitar, I don't think it'd be EDM at this point. I really wondered, this whole song might be like this. I keep feeling like there's gonna be more, you know, like something new, but it's not like that's a guarantee either. Oh, is it like actually symphonic? Interesting. It's kind of cool hearing something that's like taking its time to get to the point here. The lyrics must be the core focus of this song. I'm catching some words. I only know light Japanese, but not enough to like make sense of the story either. Probably should have checked for subtitles maybe. That's kind of a neat texture to throw in. Still, jury's out if this is a producer of EDM or some other genre. Because sound design stuff is used by everybody. But artsy stuff like this could be so many things. I'm still feeling comfortable with like maybe symphonic metal, but we haven't heard any like metal stuff start, so this might just straight up be like a symphonic producer. Part of me wonders how far we are in at this point, but the other part of me doesn't want to check either, you know? Like, I feel like that's cheating. I don't want to cheat. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, drum build up. More and more confident about the symphonic metal. No way it's an EDM person at this point. Just keep building up. Keep restarting the build up. I really wonder if it's just gonna like crank in here at some point. It feels like it's trying to, but again, they're taking their time. Like that the piano is just and just sticking on that. Not anymore. Big swell up, we doing something. Oh my god. Those drums are compressed to ever-loving hell. Wow, that is a dense compression. That is, like, forget brick wall. That's like under Earth's surface levels of compression. There's no body to those drums at all. It's basically just noise, which is kind of neat. Utilizing that as a sound design feature instead of it just being your everyday drum mix. This is the type of song you wouldn't be able to play live. At least not easily. With all the production on here. God, that is so compressed. That is insanely compressed. But everything is, like, once the drums came in on their, like, full kick, everything got shoved down. This might be the first time I've heard a sound like this at all, honestly. Again, we're back at that, like, constant build up and restart to build up to restart to build up. It's like an endless cycle. Like, it's noisy, it's messy, it's confusing compared to what it was at the start. It was so straightforward and minimalist. And now we have so much sound that it's hard to tell where it's coming from, where it's going. It's so lost in there. And we're not done yet. Whew. Okay, yeah, this is a metal group. Nobody would be doing a blast beat if they weren't. This must be one of their, like, more artsy songs then. I still wasn't convinced until I heard the blast beat in there. It's gotta be a metal group. So maybe I was right. Symphonic metal would make sense. the choir in here. Symphonic metal bands love doing that. But like the soundscape they've created here is just so squished. It's so condensed. And there it is opening up. Like a little guitar in there too. It's like I couldn't hear any of that. Why are you whispering in my ears? I can't even really tell what she's saying there. That's nuts. Okay, that was definitely like an artsy variation of whatever sound they are. I'm assuming symphonic metal again, but like it's gotta be. That's one of their more artsy uploads. Has to be. Sounded really cool though. Like I was not anticipating any of that. So I'm not gonna talk too much here because I was sharing a lot of active thoughts while I was listening, but exactly what I said. This is extremely compressed. It was extremely condensed. It started out so beautiful and flowing, and it had this like kind of lightness to it, but then it started adding in this tension later on with the drums, and apparently a guitar was in there somewhere, and I feel like that's part of the message. I should go read the lyrics because again, I did not catch everything, especially that last outro bit. I couldn't tell what she was saying through the whispers. It was just way too airy for me to even make heads or tails of, honestly. But from the little I was picking up from the lyrics, it sounded like they were talking about like the point of whatever they were praying about kind of being pointless. Like they were hoping for something and they were making light of that hope, but at the same time were aware that that wasn't really worth doing. It was just basically for the I don't know if I would call it the performatism of it, but potentially, you know, like that's what I was kind of feeling from the few lyrics I did hear. Again, I'm not fluent in Japanese. I was catching every once in a while a word or two, and I'm vaguely putting together a context based off of that and like filling in the gaps. So maybe I'm a little off there, maybe I'm way over generalizing, but that's kind of what it felt like. And especially right before the lyrics were done, I caught the most of that. That's where I was getting that sensation of like, oh, the whole prayer not being worth it thing. I caught a few words that were specifying that, but I don't know what the prayer was, or if the prior lyrics were the prayer, or if they were just more pleading for that desire that the prayer would do something. Not necessarily the prayer, but the hope that the prayer wouldn't be all for naught at the same time. And again, whatever that like little bit at the end there was, maybe it was repeating the same thing, but just whispers. Like I couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell. It could have been a repeat of earlier. It might have just been like a closer statement. Maybe that was clarifying the thing about like them wishing that there was a point to the prayer. Maybe it was just like their kind of goodbye to that sensation that they were hoping a prayer would work, and we're just kind of conceding to the reality that it wouldn't do anything. But that's about all I got out of the song. The production on this was kind of insane, like in the best and worst ways. It was so overly compressed, but I could tell that there was a value to that. Like if I had to look at this as a purely analytical statement of it being open and inviting and having that energy to the lyrics and everything in that pocket, as the song got more and more complex and adding more and more tension, adding more and more general information into your ears. It's almost like that pressure of life sitting down on top of you and constantly getting heavier. And maybe that was what was happening at the end. Maybe that's what the lyrics at the end were saying, where it's just like the I give up part of it. I don't really know, but I'm guessing the best I can off of what I've got. And I suppose that's all I've really got to say. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to request something else, by all means, drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always. And thank you, Thrasian, for throwing this into the queue. Really cool, uncommon sound we got here. I really don't get to hear many songs that sound like this. I'm still not entirely sure what genre it is, so it's always nice getting to experience something that's original compared to most of the stuff I listen to, which is always cool to listen to as well, but throwing a little bit of spice and variety in there is always appreciated, so thank you, Thrasian, for that. But if, like Thrasian did, you want to guarantee that I listen to something specific, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships, where you can force me to listen to whatever you want. It doesn't matter who it's by what it's from, if it's good or bad. None of that matters. That's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that and you just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that. And I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!